Hi students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the last class we have discussed behavior of some standard sequence. Okay, now let me discuss the behavior of the one more standard sequence, that is sequence x to the power 1 by n, where x is a positive number. Okay, if x is a positive number, x is greater than 0, nothing but x may be 1. Here this is 0, this is 1. X is greater than 0, nothing but this side. If x is 1, one more case is x greater than 1, this side, and x lies between 0 and 1. Here we have three cases. Okay, first one, if x is 1, then the sequence x power 1 by n is 1 power 1 by n is always 1. It becomes sequence 1, that is limit x to the power 1 by n as n tends to infinity equals limit 1 as n tends to infinity, the value is 1. Therefore sequence xn is convergent if x equals 1. Okay, now take if x greater than 1. If x greater than 1, then x to the power 1 by n is greater than 1. Let x power 1 by n equals 1 plus yn, where yn is greater than 0. That is x equals, raise the power both sides by n, x equals 1 plus yn whole power n. Now by using binomial expansion, this is written as x equals 1 plus n into yn plus n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial yn square plus and so on yn power n. Here x is greater than these two terms. Here all the terms are positive. For example, if phi equals 1 plus 2 plus, suppose, okay, 6 equals 1 plus 2 plus 3. 6 is greater than 1 plus 2? Yes. Similarly, x is greater than 1 plus n by n. 1 plus n by n less than x. n by n less than x minus 1. yn less than x minus 1 by n. Therefore, x power 1 by n equals 1 plus yn, that is equals 1 plus x minus 1 by n. This is less than, here x power 1 by n is 1 plus yn. 1 plus yn is less than, so less than x minus 1 by n. X power 1 by n minus 1 is less than x minus 1 by n. Take the modulus of x power 1 by n minus 1 is less than epsilon, because where x minus 1 by n is less than epsilon. Therefore modulus of x power 1 by n minus 1 less than epsilon for all n, if n goes here, for all n greater than x minus 1 by epsilon. Okay, now choose m to be the nearest positive integer less than x minus 1 by epsilon. Therefore modulus of x power 1 by n minus 1 less than epsilon for all n greater than or equals m. Therefore limit of x power 1 by n as n tends to infinity equals 1. Hence the sequence x power 1 by n converges to 1 if x greater than 1. In both the cases it is convergent. Okay, now let me discuss the third case. X lies between 0 and 1. Okay, put y equals 1 by x, which is greater than 1. Okay, y power 1 by n is 1 by x power 1 by n. From the case 1, limit y power 1 by n as n tends to infinity equals 1. Therefore limit of this 1 by x power 1 by n as n tends to infinity equals 1. Therefore limit of x power 1 by n as n tends to infinity equals 1. Therefore sequence x power 1 by n convergent to 1. Hence sequence x to the power 1 by n is convergent for every x greater than 0. Okay. Next example, find whether the following sequences are bounded above, bounded below, bounded. First example, sequence n divided by n plus 1. Okay, let xn equals n by n plus 1. Then add plus 1 minus 1. Add and subtract 1 to the numerator. X plus 1 minus 1 n plus 1. Okay, this can be written as n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 minus sign 1 divided by n plus 1. These two terms get cancelled. We have xn equals 1 minus 1 by n plus 1. Okay, put n equals 1. This is become 1 minus 1 by 2. First term 1 minus 1 by 2. Put n equals 2. This is 3. Okay, 1 minus 1 by 3. Similarly, the sequence is 1 minus 1 by 4 and so on. Here all the elements of this sequence are less than 1. 1 minus some positive term, nothing but less than 1. And all are positive, all are greater than 0. Okay. Because at the infinity, at the nth term after at the end of the sequence, if n is infinity, 1 by infinity is 0, 1 minus 0 is again 1. So all the terms are greater than 0. Therefore 0 is the lower bound, 1 is the upper bound. Hence the given sequence is bounded. Next example, n plus 1 divided by n plus 2. Take xn, the given sequence. The numerator can be written as add and subtract 1, because I have to make this n plus 1 as n plus 2. n plus 1 minus 1. This is n plus 2 minus 1, n plus 2. n plus 2 divided by n plus 2 minus 1 divided by n plus 2. This is 1. Sequence xn equals 1 minus 1 divided by n plus 2. Put n equals 1. This becomes 3. 1 minus 1 by 3. n is 2. This is 4. 1 minus 1 by 4. Similarly, 1 minus 1 by 5 and so on. Here all the terms are less than 1. 1 minus some number, nothing but all the terms are less than 1 and greater than 0. Therefore 0 is the lower bound and 1 is the upper bound. Okay, for the next example, sine of n pi. Sequence xn equals, put n is 1, sine pi, sine 2 pi, sine 3 pi and so on. Sine n pi. Sine n pi. Okay, sine pi value 0, sine 2 pi value 0, all the values are 0. Therefore sequence xn is 0. Hence sequence xn is bounded below and above by 0. Therefore sequence xn is bounded. Next, cos n pi. Put n is 1, 2, 3 and so on. We get cos pi, cos 2 pi, cos 3 pi, cos 4 pi and so on. Cos pi value minus 1, cos 2 pi is 1, cos 3 pi minus 1, cos 4 pi is 1 and so on. Here we get minus 1 and plus 1. All the elements are greater than or equal to minus 1 and less than or equal to 1. Therefore xn lies between minus 1 and 1. It may be equal to minus 1, greater than minus 1, may be equal to 1, less than 1. Therefore this is lower bound. Minus 1 is the lower bound and 1 is the upper bound. Hence sequence xn is bounded.